Hey everyone, welcome back to another pick-a-card reading. Today's Timeless Tarot pick-a-card reading is all about answering the question, why are people amazed by you? In this reading, we are going to find out why other people are amazed, fascinated, and curious about you. Please remember that what you think about yourself is way more important than what others think about you. But you can think of this reading as a little added compliment to your day. These readings are always meant to empower you. So remember, this is a general reading. Simply take what resonates and leave what does not. Today's reading is timeless, which means that these messages are meant for you to hear no matter when it is that you come across this reading. If you'd like to explore my crystal and jewelry shop, my e-courses, or my services, please check out the links in the description. Now, if you are new to pick-a-card readings, here's how it works. The first thing that you're going to do is you are going to pick the pile that you are the most intuitively drawn to. We have pile 1 here with the Labradorite crystal. We have pile 2 here with the yellow Jasper crystal. We have pile 3 here with the Septarian crystal. And then we have pile 4 here with the Carnelian crystal. So if you need more time, please pause the video, but when you are ready, you can go to the description or the pinned comment to find the timestamp that is linked to your reading. Now let's dive in. I will see you on the inside. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your general reading. If you'd like to explore my crystal and jewelry shop, my e-courses, or my services, please check out the links in my description. Now let's dive into your reading all about answering the question, why are people amazed by you? Okay, so the first card that I want to talk about here is the Hermit. So we have the Hermit here, and with this card, I really think that people are amazed by you because of your wisdom, Pile 1. Like, I feel like other people see you as someone who has authority and power, especially over yourself. Like, I feel like you're really tuned into your inner voice. I feel like you are your own guiding light, and that's what others really love about you. I also feel like you're the type of person that's very introspective. I feel like you're reflective and you're someone who's very focused on inner growth. Another thing here is that people adore how self-reflective you are. People are amazed by how you take the time out to think about, meditate on, and evaluate, and really give like intentional thought to your own life, you know? I feel like you're the type of person who looks at themselves with curiosity, and you're interested in discovering more about the intricacies like of your inner world, right? With curiosity. And maybe you're the type of person to ask why questions often, like, why am I feeling this way, right? I feel like you're the kind of person that doesn't like to brush things under the rug, but you'd rather get to the root cause or the root issue of things. And yeah, I do also feel like people are also amazed by how successful and accomplished you are. People really do see you as a leader and a guide and a mentor. And people are also amazed by your excellent teaching skills. And I feel like this is something that comes very naturally to you. I don't know if you've ever like had somebody tell you, wow, like you'd make a great teacher, or you really helped me learn this really well. Like you should teach this. But yeah, I do think that people really love the way that your mind works, how you contemplate things, and how you process life. I do feel like your journey and your story is definitely one to be shared. So when you feel like the time is right, please, you know, share what's on your heart and express kind of your inner landscape, because I think that people would be very interested in hearing more about it. Okay, so we do have the Elephant card here, and it says leadership. So with this card, I'm thinking that people are amazed by your natural leadership skills. I get that a lot of people feel that you're a very wise person with a lot of valuable insights and experiences to share. I feel like you're someone who's very emotionally intelligent. You communicate with others very well, and I also feel like you communicate your vision very well. People also respect that you're you have this confidence about you, you know, like you have this confidence in your like mindset and your knowledge set and your personal skills. I feel like you're an excellent problem solver, and I really feel like you're very creative and you know how to come up with creative solutions to things. And one of the biggest things that I'm getting here is that your integrity is something that truly and deeply inspires other people. So I feel like you lead by inspiring others, and that's magical. We do have the Earth School card here. So it says life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. So another thing that people are amazed by is your outlook on life, pile one. I do think that you see challenges and setbacks and road bumps in life as lessons for your soul to grow from. And people are amazed by the way that you don't let the hard times in life get you down for too long or hold you back. Like, I feel like people are really inspired by your focus on self-growth and self-discovery. And this could also be a sign or a confirmation for those of you who were either interested in going back to school, or you're interested in taking a new course of study or learning about something of interest to you. So I'm curious, like, is there something that's been on your heart? You know, what has your soul been calling you to do or share or express? And kind of like, what's been on your mind that you'd like to pursue on a deeper level? We have Neptune here, and it says vision. So people are super inspired by your vision, pile one. You are super duper intuitive, you're insightful, you're wise, and I feel like people are absolutely amazed by this. So you are someone who's very in touch with your creativity, your imagination, spirituality, and all things related to psychic perception, right? I feel like you're very clairvoyant, and if you're interested in learning about what it means to be clairvoyant, check out my podcast, the That's Deep podcast, because I have a podcast episode that I did on the clairs, you know, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, all those. So yeah, I'll link my show for you in the description of this video. But basically, you have the ability to intuit or perceive information through visuals and symbols and signs, right? You know, for example, spirit animal totems or angel numbers. By the way, if you want a free angel number guide that will help you interpret the meanings of these repeating numbers, right? These angel numbers that you're seeing, maybe you're seeing 555 or 777 or 888 or 1111, then I have a free guide for you, and I'll link that for you in the description as well. If you've been seeing angel numbers and you want to share, comment below with what angel numbers you've been seeing recently. I've been seeing a lot of 1010 and 1111. So yes, okay. So back to this card, Neptune, vision. I do feel like some of you here may even be intuitive dreamers, where intuitive messages come through your dreams. So there are some of you here who need to ground your energy, especially if you've been feeling overwhelmed and overloaded energetically. A couple things that you can do to ground your energy are things like walking barefoot on some grass or dirt if you have access to that. Meditating, drinking water, moving your body, setting boundaries. And I also feel like you have a natural talent for coming up with new and, you know, innovative ideas that add value to your world. You're also someone who's very committed to their ideas and take the action to get where you desire. So that's super duper important. Now, the next card that I want to talk about is the Delight in Small Treasures card. And we've got some beautiful seashells on this card. And, you know, seashells actually represent things like love and fertility. They represent kind of like safe travels and good luck with travels between the physical and the spiritual world. And, you know, they also symbolize kind of like strengthening long distance relationships. So I do feel like you amaze people on like a broader scale. Like, not only do you amaze people in your community, but maybe like some of you amaze people online. I don't know if you have a social media presence, or, you know, some of you like create work that is able to be shared and seen kind of like on a bigger scale. But yeah, I do feel like also people are amazed by your ability to delight in the small treasures, right? So I do feel like although you're very successful, although you're very accomplished, you also are able to enjoy the simple things in life, right? Like, you never take for granted like a beautiful sunrise or, you know, a hug from your loved one, right? I feel like people admire and are really attracted to that, that quality in you. Okay, I want to light another candle for you over here because this candle is going out. And I don't know if you guys have been feeling like drained or depleted. If you do resonate with that and you feel like you've been feeling exhausted and drained energetically, please take this as a reminder to do something that pours into yourself today. Do something to take care of yourself, and whether that's something so simple like making sure you have something nourishing to eat tonight, you know, or if that's as simple as making sure that you are able to get some good rest, right? Do something that recharges and refuels your battery. So with that being said, I am going to get a different candle for y'all. We'll do a pink candle. This candle smells like birthday cake. It smells so good. You know what's interesting? We were talking about long distance with the seashells, and it's just interesting that we have the longevity card here. So it says longevity, chrysanthemum. With this card, I feel like you are truly like amazing in terms of like the long-term vision that you have for your success. I keep hearing lasting success. So I also feel like there are people who you've known for a while, or people that you have a lot of history with, that are really coming through during this reading. These people are really deeply amazed and inspired by you. And I also feel like you're the kind of person who others see as someone who is going to be in their lives for the long haul, you know? Like I do feel like you are a lifetime friend, partner, coworker, parent, and guide to other, whichever applies to you. And people love creating deep, connected, intimate bonds with you. I'm hearing that those who have got to see your inner landscape are very honored by your depth and your wisdom and your intelligence, and you really help others to foster a sense of deep belonging and having an aligned community. So others really appreciate that you're someone who's very trustworthy and you're honest, and people really respect how responsible and dedicated you are to what you love. I want to point out that the astrological association here is Scorpio. So the astrological association with chrysanthemum is Scorpio, and this could represent maybe one of your signs in your chart. Maybe this represents the sign of another, or this is just the energy at play here. And Scorpio as a sign is very ambitious, passionate, deep, intuitive, mysterious, transformative, alchemizing, and very determined, I would say. So yes, we also have the Your Path card, and it says, Dear Lord, and you can substitute this for universe, higher self, angels, guides, whatever it is that resonates with you, because we have space for everybody's beliefs here on this channel. It says, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Yeah, I do feel like people are really amazed that you're very dedicated to your path. You're someone with a purpose. You're someone who is here with a mission. And I do feel like you also, you just come off as somebody who's very aligned. And so that's what amazes other people about you. We also have the Joy card here. It's like a feelings card. And I love reading like this final card. Well, I wouldn't say this is a final card because we still have more cards to pull, but I love using this card as a way to kind of prompt some inner questioning that needs to come through in this reading. So this one says Power Up, and it says, so if you were to give joy a color, what color would it be? Red, lilac, gold? Would you call this your power color? What's a power color, you ask? It's a color that makes you feel the most powerful or joyful at any moment. If you're not sure what your power color might be, take a look in your closet, your home, your surroundings, and pay attention to what color you're naturally drawn to. How might you bring more of this color into your life? If you're not sure what your color power might be, or if you're not sure what your power color might be, take a look in your closet, your home, your surroundings, and pay attention to what color you're naturally drawn to. I'm curious, if you would like to share what color you're naturally drawn to, please drop it in the comments. I'm naturally have always been drawn to the color black, and I've always worn black. You can ask any of my friends, like, what color does, Naomi wear all the time? Black. So I do think that black has very like protective symbolism behind it. And yeah, so that's just a little example. The next thing that I want to do is pull some tea leaf cards. Let's get any additional messages that need to come through for you in this reading. What else does pile one need to know? Ooh, for their highest and best good. That is too much. Too many cards. Okay. What else does pile 1 need to know? Ooh, okay. I really like these cards. So, okay, what I'm getting from the tea leaf cards is that you're definitely on the path to success, right? I do feel like you're climbing towards success. You know, you are headed into a time that, interesting. So money path, your path, I think your path is heading into a money path, and it says a path with money is waiting for you to find it. And then here it says bag, something important, such as a new job or raise. Super cool. And it says cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. I think with all of this money talk, it does say beware of greed, which I keep hearing like that's not something that you have to worry about. I feel like you're not that kind of person. And I just feel like I think we're all human. And so I think we all can have or be tempted by certain things. But I keep hearing that like that's not something that you have to worry about. That's coming through loud and clear. Okay. And then unicorn here, it says use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Yeah. So if you've been feeling that inkling, right, to make a change, like what have you been feeling called towards? Because likely that path is going to bring you some abundance, right? That path is going to bring you success. So very, very exciting news, pile 1. Right now, I also want to get a book divination. So this book divination comes from the book Less is More, 101 Ways to Simplify Your Life by Dominique Bertolucci. What else does pile 1 need to know? Be lucky. That's so cool. I feel like there's a lot of lucky energy in this reading. Okay, so it says luck is where the crossroads of opportunity and preparation meet. Seneca. I love that. It says be lucky. You don't need a lot of luck to get ahead in life, but you do need to make an effort to make the most of the luck you have. Put in the groundwork, do the preparation, and when a little bit of luck comes along, get ready to seize it for all it's worth. So cool. Okay. I just want to thank you, pile 1. I really appreciate you being here for this reading. Please give this video a like if it resonated, comment below with what pile you chose, and subscribe if you haven't already. There's a ton of you who have been watching who still haven't subscribed yet. I'd love to have you here. And yes, thank you. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see you back on the next reading. Bye, pile 1. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your general reading. If you'd like to explore my crystal or jewelry shop, e-courses, or services, please check out the links in my description. Now let's dive into your reading all about answering the question, why are people amazed by you? So we have the 6 of Wands here, and with this card, I do believe that people are amazed by your accomplishments, your achievements, and your success, pile 2. I feel like there are some of you here who have received public recognition for something that you've done or a win that you've achieved, but I do feel like so many of you here can say that you've accomplished something that is worthy of praise, right? And this could look so different depending on each and every one of us, whether this looks like raising kids or getting your degree or showing up every day at work to provide for yourself and your family. It could just look like so many different things. But I keep hearing that you're the kind of person who's well known, or that your energy is just super rad and it leaves other people like feeling very wonderful, and it has a lasting impact on the lives that you come into contact with. I do think that there's also this level of confidence about you that others are truly inspired by. I feel like you're sure of yourself, you know what you want, and other people find this super fascinating. I just feel like there's a lot to celebrate about you, pile 2, and I feel like people are amazed by your dedication and your perseverance as well. We do have the links card here, and it says secrets. So one thing that I think people are amazed by is the way that you like to live your life privately in some ways. I do think that there's this like mysterious element to you that others are intrigued by. And I feel like you like to leave a little bit of mystery, and others love this about you. So I do feel like some of you are people who tend to be more selective with your energy. Maybe this looks like you not talking to or engaging with every single person that you run into. I just feel like you really have a good sense of discernment. And I feel like you make really good observations about things and people. So I feel like nothing can really get past you, and secrets and lies, they really can't get past you either. You're just very, very intuitive. And other people are amazed by the way that you know how to move in silence and put in the work no matter who or who isn't watching. We have the Inner Earth card here, and it says, "You'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings." So I feel like you're someone who is very in touch with themselves and their inner world. I feel like you have this beautiful depth to you that others are amazed by, and people love the way that you trust that there's solutions and a divine plan out there for you that is far better than what you could imagine or perceive with the eyes, right? So I do feel like the way that you go within is what other people are super amazed by. I feel like you know how to go within to find new solutions and new routes for where you're trying to go. And I do think that you're a master at creating new starts and opportunities for yourself. And I think this is a perfect segue into the Aries card, and it says act. So people are amazed by the way that you take action, pile 2. People are fascinated by the way that you begin things, and people see you as a leader, an initiator, someone who's direct and determined and passionate. And once you set your mind to something, there's no stopping you. So you have this fiery, headstrong side to you that others really love. And people also love how adventurous and spontaneous you are. It's super fun to be around your energy. And you have this playful, childlike energy that really lights other people up. So yeah, I feel like you also have this very beautiful enthusiasm to you. And another thing here is that people really admire your bravery and your courage. And some of you in this pile could even have Aries somewhere significant in your birth chart. This could be the sign of another person in mind, or this could just be the energy at play here. And Aries as a sign is fiery and passionate and assertive. They're confident and determined, and they're initiators. So yes. Okay, and then we do have the Radish card here. So I'm really feeling like people are amazed by what a planner you are and how you think ahead, and you have this like long range vision. I feel like you know how to plant the seeds and tend to and cultivate your garden so that you do see like sprouts of success in the future, right? I do feel like radishes symbolize things like an abundant harvest, kind of like substantial amounts of money. So I don't know if other people see you as like wealthy or like someone who would be good at generating wealth, but that's just what I'm getting with this card. Okay, and then this card says, "And the secret garden bloomed and bloomed, and every morning revealed new miracles." Frances Hodgson Burnett. So yeah, I do feel like other people see you as someone who is in bloom, someone who can like manifest miracles. I just saw 111 on the camera, so not sure if you guys are seeing that angel number. But yes. Okay, let's dive into our next card. So our next card here is the Victory card, and it says Nasturtium. So people are amazed by your success. And I feel like others truly look up to your strength and your perseverance and your ambition. I feel like you've overcome so many things to get to where you're at right now. And for that, you should congratulate yourself, pile 2. I feel like you've defied the odds and you've been able to achieve many beautiful things. People love your self-confidence, your independence, your ability to stand on your own 2 feet and to rely on yourself. And yeah, people just admire how much you've truly grown and like flourished over time. We do have the acceptance card here, and it says radical acceptance in the now opens the flow. So I do think that others are amazed by your sense of self-acceptance. You know who you are, you're not trying to be anyone else. And I feel like you're also very, very accepting of other people. So I feel like you know how to hold space for the unique differences and the needs of other people around you. And even if what they believe in or the way they act is wildly different than you still hold space for that person and who they are. So that's another thing that I think people are really amazed by. We have the Give It Space card. I like to think of these cards here as prompts to kind of like prompt inner questioning and kind of fuel inner growth. So this one says give it space, and it says take a moment to hold space for joy. As you see if you can create space for joy and hold it, pay attention to any emotional blocks that might come up as you do, like feelings of shame or jealousy. Can you meet these new feelings with curiosity instead of judgment? What are they trying to protect you from? Sometimes our heart employs protector emotions that might block us from truly embracing joy. Shame might whisper in our ear that we don't deserve joy. Jealousy might creep in and say that we need what others have to reach joy. You have the agency to take any information from these emotions that's helpful and let go of the rest. Remember, feelings are data, not facts. Sometimes our heart employs protector emotions that might block us from truly embracing joy. Yeah. You know what's interesting? I feel like the overall message here is like, what emotions can you give more space to? Right? Because I do feel like you are like the master of holding space for others. And so this is kind of a time to hold space for yourself and kind of acknowledge and honor the feelings that maybe were kind of tough to hold space for in the past. And maybe now that you're kind of in this more evolved state, what emotions can you hold more space for? So yes. Okay, I want to get into our tea leaf cards and get more information for you. So let's find out what additional information pile 2 needs to know for their highest good. So what I'm getting from this message is for those of you who are kind of going through rough times, whether you're going through a financial pinch, whether you're going through family matters, just remember that you do have the resourcefulness and everything within you to move ahead, right, with success. There are new opportunities waiting for you, right? There is like better energy on the other side of that door, if that makes sense. There could be potential for like a new start in romance, something that's very passionate, something that, you know, something that almost like sets you on fire in a way. For some of you, you may have involvement with a dark woman, dealings with a relationship with a woman with a dark complexion or hair, or this could symbolize some of you in this reading. But just know that you're opening the doors to happiness and love. Okay, so leaving behind more challenging times and moving into better horizons. And I want to end with a book divination. Today's book divination comes from the book Less is More, 101 Ways to Simplify Your Life by Dominique Bertolucci. Let's find out what else pile 2 needs to know for their highest good. Okay, so it says the secret of happiness you see is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Socrates. So it says you have what you need. Ask yourself, what do I need to be happy? Chances are, not only do you need very little, but you actually already have most of it. While you might have a long list of wants, recognize these for what they are. Don't let them get in the way of your happiness. Yeah. So powerful. I really enjoyed this reading. I hope that you did, pile 2. If this reading resonated with you, please give this video a like, comment below with what pile you chose, and subscribe if you have not already. There's still a ton of you out there who are watching who have not subscribed, so I'd love to have you here. Thank you, take care of yourself, and I hope to see you back on the next reading. Bye, pile 2. Hi pile 3, welcome to your general reading. If you'd like to explore my crystal or jewelry shop, e-courses, or services, please check out the links in my description. Now let's dive into your reading, all about answering the question, why are people amazed by you? Okay, so the first card that I want to talk about here is the Eight of Cups. And I'm going to bring it up closer because the imagery is very important here. So I do feel like people are really amazed by your ability to kind of like walk away from things that don't serve your highest good. So, you know, you're not afraid to let go of things like in search of your own truth, right? I feel like people really are amazed that you're not afraid to like evolve and transform and change, you know? I feel like other people, you know, really admire your ability to focus on things like self-understanding and self-improvement. You know, I feel like when things aren't feeling fulfilling, you're willing to let them go and you're willing to head into new directions, and this is what inspires and amazes others about you. I feel like you're the type of person who's focused on their higher purpose, and when you feel like something in your life isn't in alignment with that purpose, you know how to release the people, places, and things that don't really serve your highest good with grace. So I do feel like some of you have this really cool ability to detach yourself emotionally from situations that are bringing you down or weighing you down so that you can move into better territory. I do also feel like others are inspired by you because you're the type of person who isn't afraid to change and transform their life. And I feel like many of you aren't afraid to head into the unknown and leave what feels familiar behind to head into the direction that you were meant to. And I feel like many of you have been on a spiritual journey and some of yours have just begun. But either way, people are super amazed by you devoting yourself to your own growth journey. And another thing that people are really amazed by here is your mind and your perspective and your consciousness. It's just ever evolving, and I think this is what people love about you. The next card that we have here is Tarantula, and it says connection. So I also feel like people are really amazed by the connection that they share with you. I feel like you know how to create deep, connected, intimate bonds between you and those you love. I'm also hearing that you're well connected in some area of your life. And I'm also feeling like others love that you have the knowledge that we're all connected and that there is no such thing as separation. So yeah, others love how supportive you are and how protective you are over those you love. I feel like you are very in tune with the divine, pile 3, and I feel like this pile is extremely intuitive and you really do have accurate gut instincts and insights that flow to you, you know, through your intuition. So maybe some of you are very connected to your ancestors or your angels, you know, maybe you're connected to your guides, God, the universe, whatever it is that resonates with you the most, because we do have space for everyone's beliefs here on this channel. The next card that I want to talk about here is Double Mission. And so it says, Lightworker, Starseed, serve the world by being you. So people are also amazed by how purpose-driven you are. I do feel like you are aware that you have a mission in this lifetime to fulfill and you want to serve the world in some way. So I do feel like you have a special gift or a talent that you were meant to contribute to this world, pile 3. You were meant to express yourself creatively in the way that you want to express yourself. And it doesn't have to look like anyone else's. You know, your work is very unique to you. So if you feel like you're being called to step into your purpose, drop me a light bulb emoji in the comments below or comment with what you're ready to take action on in life. You know, whether this comes through your career or committing yourself to something bigger, just know that you are being acknowledged, that you are meant to pursue whatever it is that you feel magnetized to. trust yourself with where you're headed. And I feel like this is my pile who has always felt different from others, maybe a little energetically sensitive and very in tune with their emotions and the emotions of others. I do feel like many of you here are empaths, so I do feel like you have the natural ability to empathize with what people are going through, how they feel. And, if you are an empath and you're interested in learning more about your empath gifts, how to manage energetic overwhelm, and how to set healthy boundaries as an empath, you should definitely check out my Empath Empowerment e-course. The link is in the description for you. And if you're curious about what type of empath you are, be sure to check out my empath type quizzes at naomicourtneycoaching.com. I'll also have that linked for you in the description. Okay, so we also have the retrograde card here, and it says review. So what's interesting is at the time of this recording, we are going through a retrograde, and it's during a major eclipse. So yeah, the energy is heightened for sure. But it's an amazing time to really reflect and review on things. So when I look at this card for you, with the question in mind, why are people amazed by you? People are amazed by the way that you know how to reflect and review and refine your life through reprioritization. And I feel like you're not afraid to slow down and go back and revisit and edit the things that need revisions. People love that you're the type of person to reread the fine print of things, and people are also amazed by your mindset. I feel like you don't see roadblocks or delays as problems or things that hold you back, but rather a way to look back on and edit and refine things. And some of you in this pile may work by a slow and steady wins the race vibe. And I think this is what people love about you. We also have this white flower against like a black starry night. I do believe that other people also are amazed by kind of like the purity of your energy. I feel like you have really good intentions, you mean well, and you are kind of like this guiding light and a hope for people during their darkest times. On the back of this card, it says, "The power of imagination makes us infinite." John Muir. Yeah, so another thing here is that I think people are amazed by your imagination and your creativity. And I think that being around you and your energy really makes people feel like they're kind of like connected to this infinite possibility, right? And I think this is a perfect segue into the stimulation card here. It says chilly. Another thing that people are amazed by is how stimulating it is to be around you, intellectually, emotionally, physically. And I feel like you have these amazing ideas and thoughts that, are born out of passion. And these ideas literally light up those around you as well. You're very skilled at breaking old thinking patterns and very skilled at getting others to start thinking about things with a fresh perspective as well. People are blown away by the conversations that they have with you. And I keep hearing you stand out from the crowd. I think that you literally pique the interest of others just by being your authentic self and sharing what's on your heart. I do think that you excite others, pile 3. And I just want to point out that the astrological association with chili is Aries. So some of you could have Aries in your birth chart, or this is just the energy at play here. And Aries is a very fiery, passionate, assertive, confident, determined, and they take the initiative. So yes. Okay. We do have the love card, and it says, "Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself." Yeah. I do feel like other people are really amazed by how loving you are. I feel like you're just very loving towards all people, whether you know them or not. I just feel like you show love and kindness and compassion no matter where it is that you go, and no matter who it is that you come into contact with. I feel like you just feel very warm and, very, very warm to be around. Yes. And then we do have the Family Matters card here. And let's see, it says, "Think about your family for a moment. What was your family's relationship with joy? Did your parents express joy a lot or avoid it? Does your family's relationship to joy resonate with how you want to experience it in your life? Consider your own legacy of joy. What traditions might you start that celebrate joy? What's one thing that you can do today to begin cultivating your joyful legacy?" So I'll read this one more time. What's one thing that you can do today to begin cultivating your joyful legacy? Okay, so the next thing that I want to do here is I want to pull some tea leaf cards for you to get any additional information that you might need to hear on this reading. Okay, so what I'm getting overall with these tea leaf cards is that some of you may have been going through a difficult time. Maybe that has to do with family sorrow, right? Maybe that has to do with dealings with like a lack of love or money or goals, right? Some of you specifically may have dealings with a man or someone who identifies as a man, but with all this being said, just know that anything and anyone that has done you wrong, they will get their karma, right? Because this is karma. You will reap what you have sown. Karma will work itself out. You will also get good karma for the good deeds that you have done, is what I'm hearing as well. What I love about this is it says peace and harmony. So I do feel like you're headed into times of peace and harmony. You're right on track, right? You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. You are, a goal-oriented person who is headed into work, achievement, and success. So yeah, I think you're leaving kind of like the past behind, right? You're leaving like past disappointments behind, like what we talked about with the Eight of Cups, and you're moving into more prosperous times. So I also want to do a book divination. Today's book divination comes from the book Less is More, 101 Ways to Simplify Your Life by Dominique Bertolucci. Let's find out what else pile 3 needs to know today. Okay, it says rest up. It says healing is a matter of time, but it sometimes also is a matter of opportunity. Rest up. If you are feeling unwell, rest. It's a simple notion, but something people rarely do. If you try to soldier on through an illness, you will usually just make it last longer. But if you can stop, rest, and allow your body to heal, your recovery will be complete in no time. Okay, so thank you so much, pile 3. I hope that this reading resonated with you. Please comment below with what pile you chose and subscribe if you have not already. There's a ton of you who have not subscribed who are still watching, so I'd love to have you here. Thank you, take care of yourself, and I hope to see you back on the next reading. Bye, pile 3. Hi, pile 4. Welcome to your general reading. If you'd like to explore my crystal or jewelry shop, my e-courses, or my services, please check out the links in my description. Now let's dive into your reading all about answering the question, why are people amazed by you? Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords here. So I think that people are amazed by your mind and your intellect, pile 4. People are super inspired by how perceptive you are. I feel like you're the type of person that is very honest and objective and truth-based. I feel like you don't allow your emotions to sweep you away or get the best of you. And I think that you know how to make decisions objectively and logically. I feel like people love how fair you are, pile 4, and you're the type of person who treats each person who you meet with kindness and respect. I do also feel like you're a principled person, and this is what others are inspired by. I keep hearing it's the way that they lead their life. Like, this is what people are amazed by. And I feel like you're also able to get down to the truth of the matter and the facts. I feel like there's really no fibbing or BSing with you. And what really amazes others about you is your ability to be both receptive to the ideas and the opinions of others, yet you're able to discern your own truth and what resonates with you the most. So people are really amazed that you're an independent thinker, pile 4. We do have the reliability card here, and it says goat. So people are amazed by your reliability, and I feel like you're the type of person who keeps your word. Others know that your word is good. You show up when you're supposed to show up. You carry out the tasks and the projects that need to be carried out. And people are really amazed by the way that you show up with integrity, and it's just who you are, and people really honor this about you. So I feel like you've had to endure a lot in order to accomplish what you've accomplished so far. You've climbed many mountains and you've made it to the top, and I feel like the terrain wasn't always easy to navigate, but you always find a way through your challenges. So others see you as someone who is stable, someone who can stand on their own 2 feet, and the energy you give off is one of balance, pile 4. We do have deep cellular healing, and it says Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So people are also amazed by how healing it is to be around you. I feel like the connection that you have with others brings healing. You hold space for others and acknowledge what they're going through, and others see you as a safe person that they can come to during life's most difficult times. You're trustworthy, you express genuine interest in others, and you show kindness to all of those that you come into contact with. People are really amazed with the way that you focus and, prioritize on your own healing. And I do feel like you have the knowledge that the healing work starts with you, right? It starts within. The next card that we have here is Pisces, and it says sensitize. So I would also say that people admire your sensitivity, pile 4. Not only do you hold the objective, logical power that we spoke about with the Queen of Swords here, but you also have this deep, intuitive, and sensitive side that others really respect too. So people are really amazed by how perceptive you are. Some people have even wondered, if you were psychic. I keep hearing, how do they know about that, I do feel like you have this very flowy, flexible side to you that others really appreciate. You're compassionate, you're caring, and you're very nurturing to those around you. And many of you here are empaths, and you're very in tune with the emotions that you have, as well as, you're in tune with the emotions of others, and so much that you could feel like you've actually absorbed the feelings or emotions of others sometimes. And I feel like you have the natural ability to empathize with people and, what they're going through. If you are an empath and you're interested in learning more about your empath gifts, how to manage energetic overwhelm, and how to set healthy boundaries as an empath, please check out my Empath Empowerment e-course. I will have it linked for you in the description. And if you're curious about what type of empath you are, please check out my empath type quiz. I will link those for you in the description as well. But yes, some of you could even have Pisces somewhere significant in your birth chart, or this could be a sign of another person in mind, or this could just be the energy at play here. And Pisces is a sign that's very loving and compassionate and dreamy, very intuitive and creative and imaginative and sensitive. They're emotionally aware and they're idealistic. So we do have the rabbit card here. I do really think that rabbits symbolize things like good luck, fertility, abundance, growth. So I do think that people are amazed by things like that about you. We also have the seek magic every day. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. How in, typically in movies, we'd see a magician pull a rabbit out of their hat, right? So I do feel like others see you as someone who can create magic in their everyday life. You bring magic to everyday life, you just brighten up people's day. So that's another amazing quality about you. We have the duality card here, which I think is interesting because it also symbolizes things like fertility and prosperity and ambition and power and marriage and union. So people might think that you're marriage material, or they want to literally have kids with you, if that applies. But yes, I want to talk about another thing here, which is I think that people are really amazed by your perspective on the duality in life. I feel like that there isn't only one truth, that both this and that can be true. We can love someone and they can still be very toxic for us. We can really want to help out the job that we currently work at, but we might know it's time to move on to something better for us. Maybe you're aware that both light and dark exist in this life, and there's both rain and sunshine in a day. I just think that you don't see in black and white, and you don't hold many biases, so people find that really refreshing. The astrological association with banana is Cancer, so some of you could have this sign somewhere significant in your birth chart. This could represent the sign of another person in mind, or this is just the energy at play here. And Cancer as a sign is very intuitive and sensitive, very caring and nurturing, very compassionate and security seeking, and they have a great sense of humor. We also have courage here, and it says, let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. So I do think that people are very amazed by your courage. They are, you know, just in awe of like the resilience that you have. And I really do feel like you have the courage to pave the way for others and take the first steps that maybe others were too scared to take. We do have the look around card here, and it says, find 3 things that bring you joy in your current environment. Look around and see what you notice. Maybe it's a photo, an object, a person, or a pet. Maybe it's something you taste, hear, touch, or smell. Close your eyes, bring these 3 things to your mind, and envelop them in gratitude for the joy that they bring you. By cultivating gratitude for the joyful parts in our lives, we open the door for even more joy to come in. So by cultivating gratitude for the joyful parts in our lives, we open the door for even more to come in. I love that. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is pull some tea leaf cards for you. We're going to find out what additional information you need to know for your highest good during this reading. Okay, so the general message that I'm getting here is for those of you who have been feeling like kind of this like tingling that there are people out there that are either working against you or not for you or don't want the best for you. This is a sign to like trust your intuition, kind of pay attention to the red flags. It is okay to axe somebody out of your life or to kind of remove kind of like their access to your energy. It is absolutely okay to do that, right? You hold the key to your own power. You hold the key to your own energy. If you feel tempted to like get back at this person or like give them their karma, don't worry about it. Don't, resist the temptation, because when I see gavel here, I'm thinking about the justice card. So balance is going to come into play. Like things will be justified, their karma will be paid to them, and you're moving into better times. You're moving into success. You're moving into an opportunity or windfall. And sometimes we got to like clear out the trash in order to make room for new things. And sometimes the trash takes itself out. You know what I mean? So yes. And then I want to end with a book divination. So today's book divination comes from the book Less is More, 101 Ways to Simplify Your Life by Dominique Bertolucci. And yes, what else does pile 4 need to know? Okay, it says, pretend it's spring. Ooh, I already know we're about to talk about spring cleaning, which we were just talking about how we got to clear out the old to make room for the new. But this is, have nothing in your houses that you do not know to be useful or believe to be beautiful. William Morris. So pretend it's spring. Don't wait for spring to clean your home. Have a regular cleanup or clear out of the things that you don't need or haven't used for a while. If in doubt, ask yourself if the item in question enhances your home life or detracts from it. You'll enjoy your living space so much more when it's free of things you no longer need. Guys, people, places, experiences, things, whatever you need to cleanse it. That's your sign. Okay. Thank you so much, pile 4. I hope that this reading resonated with you. Please give this video a like if it did. Comment below with what pile you chose. I love to chat with you all in the comments. Subscribe if you have not already. There's still a ton of you out there who have not subscribed, and I would love to have you here. So, yes, thank you. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see you back on the next reading. Bye, pile 4.